What's up, everybody, and welcome to Eternally Disappointed. Week 18 is over, the regular season is over, and let's just get right to it. So the game last night was Buffalo against Miami. Winner gets the division and the 2 seed. And because Mike Vrabel finally did something right, and the Titans beat the Jaguars, the loser would get the number 6 seed. I thought it was going to be a domination. I thought it was going to be reminiscent of the Buffalo-Dallas game. I thought that Miami was too injured to put up a good fight. I thought that on offense, Buffalo could pretty much do whatever they wanted, and on defense, they had advantages. And I was kind of right, because Buffalo moved the ball with ease whenever they wanted to, and then they got a case of Josh Allen. At the end of the day, Buffalo won the game. At the end of the day, this is the third game in a row that Buffalo has come out and looked really bad. And a game that earlier in the season they would have lost, they end up pulling out a victory. Nothing about Buffalo winning the division and getting the number 2 seed has changed my mind on McDermott. You know, even McDermott at halftime after, and I'll break down the plays in a second, but at halftime after what Allen did, McDermott was like, yeah, you know, you just have to know not to put the ball in play when you're dealing with that kind of time restraint. Well, why the fuck is your 6-year quarterback, why is he doing it? Why is the guy that plays for you for all these years making the same mistake that my son knows not to make, and he doesn't even play high school ball yet? The reason is because Sean McDermott's a bad coach. Why does Josh Allen throw 2 interceptions in the end zone? Why does Josh Allen fumble the ball at the other team's 30 or 35 or whatever it was? It's because McDermott is a bad coach that doesn't instill discipline and fix problems that this team has had for years. Now, that being said, the fact that, one, he made the defensive adjustments at halftime to fix the problems stopping Miami's run, which caused them to throw more because Mike McDaniels didn't adjust to the adjustment. And the fact that his coverage shifts or his showing one and then doing another changed how Tua was reading things and caused him a lot of problems. So at the end of the day, McDermott can call the defense. He can have his defense ready. But there's too many problems on offense that Josh Allen commits or gets away with, along with a few other things, that unless they win the Super Bowl, McDermott's got to go. And I know there's people that like McDermott, but you know, the first drive coming off a turnover, and on 3rd and 2, all you have to do is not fucking turn the ball over, and Josh Allen throws, I don't even know what to call it, because either the other dude didn't understand the route, but even if the receiver doesn't understand the route, why are you throwing it at fucking Eli Apple? Throw it to the open area where the blitzers just came from, and it's either all or nothing, not an interception. The other play going forward on 4th and 2 from the 35 probably would have kicked a field goal, but if the field goal kicker's not feeling it, I understand going forward on 4th and 2. But fuck, man, what kind of fucking play call is that? What kind of bullshit fucking play call is that? At the end of the day, it's no more than just a punt into the end zone. But right there, 6 points off the board if they're making field goals. At the end of the half, bro, like, why are you throwing that throw over the middle before the end zone? Because you're an undisciplined quarterback that has a coach that lets you get away with stuff because the team wins in spite of you making so many mistakes. And then fumbling in the 3rd quarter. Like, I understand Bills fans are happy, but you have to understand that you're not going to win this way. This is not championship level material, which is what I was saying from the beginning. Like, this roster can be a championship roster, and unless Josh Allen has finally bottomed out and is about to peak and go on an unbelievable 3 or 4 game run, which he can, which we've seen him do, but unless he does one of those, he's going to cost his team a game. And that's why McDermott needs to go. because we need somebody to come in there that's going to rip this dude apart from making dumb shit ass decisions, and we just don't seem to have that. Regardless, the game was the game. It's not like Miami did anything better, as injured as they are, and now even more injured. So we move into the playoffs. One thing about Miami, I live in South Florida. I'm stuck around all these delusional idiot Dolphins fans that I've been calling the team fraudulent all season. Dolphins fans think that they're unbeatable. And Dolphins fans get very invested in their team, and they really have belief in their team the same way Cowboys fans do. And when they come up short, it's ultra devastating to them. And I said to my son, before week 18 started, I said, when Buffalo wins this game, the amount of devastation in Miami is going to be unprecedented. And I have friends who were at the game last night. And you have two types of Dolphins fans. Woo, gotta clear my throat. You have pro-Tua fans, and you have anti-Tua fans. And last night, some pro-Tua fans and some anti-Tua fans were actually fighting, like actually physically fighting in the parking lot or in the stadium or both. I've never seen it where usually you see the team that wins and the team that loses, the fans are fighting. I've never seen a team where the fans are fighting each other. That's how devastating this loss was to them. Because they want to blame Tua, they want to blame this, they want to blame that. The Tua haters are saying it's his fault. The pro-Tua people are saying it's other reasons. Two things can be right at the same time. Tua is just like Asante Samuel said. 1, 2, 3, if it's not ready, I don't know what to do. Can that be fixed? Maybe. Supposedly his arm strength is an issue where he doesn't have time to wait to make sure that what's supposed to be open is open because he won't get it there in time. But regardless, they're still the 6th seed, and if they're healthy, they're a dangerous team because of all the weapons around him. I consider Tua the Dak Prescott of the AFC. A guy that's semi-mobile, semi-accurate, kind of a good arm. Not great, but he can throw it a little bit. Maybe not as strong as you need to be like an MVP level. But Dallas has done something really smart, and Miami's kind of honing in on it, where you just get a mediocre quarterback and surround him with a shitload of talent, and you're going to have success. And that's what Dallas has done with Prescott, and that's what Miami has done with Tua. So Pittsburgh's going to go to Buffalo without TJ Watt. That should be one of the easiest games of the season for Buffalo, and they'll find a way to make it a close game. They're like the 2011 Giants. Just play to your level's competition and barely beat them. And then from there, I think Miami's going to lose to Kansas City. Buffalo's going to host Kansas City. And I think Baltimore's going to host Cleveland. I think Cleveland's going to take care pretty easily of Houston, but should be interesting regardless. So that's what we've got on the docket for Week 18. We've also got UFC kicking off this weekend. I'll give my predictions on that. I'll give a little bit more of a thorough breakdown on what I think is going to happen in the playoffs, especially the NFC and stuff like that. But here we are. It's beautiful weather. My son's 7-on-7 flag football league started. Our first preseason game is Wednesday and Friday, and then our regular season games kick off next week. Playoff football on the weekends, like no matter what you're doing right now, man, no matter what bullshit you got going on, it's no better time to be alive, my friends. Until then, stay eternally disappointed. I'll see you on the other side.